Black Lives Matter has pushed all manner of fiction in order to push their chaos. From hand up don't shoot to fake claims of murder against police, they haven't been shy about putting out claims that don't match the facts. But they're now going for a really big lie. The white supremacy lie. The international ambassador for the Black Lives Matter network is urging allies of the movement to stop saying white privilege and start saying white supremacy. Jania Khan, co-founder of Black Lives Matter Toronto, released a video last week explaining the semantic differences between the two phrases and the need for the change. Popular social justice discourse has used white privilege to describe the benefits that come with whiteness, Khan elaborated in the video. The problem with describing white privilege is that it looks at the individual as opposed to the system itself. Why doesn't white privilege quite work? Because many white people can look at their lives and say they are not particularly privileged. Khan, who now resides in California, points out that there are many white people in the United States whose personal circumstances might dispel the notion of a privileged life. However, collectively, she says Caucasians have always had a systemic advantage because the country was built on the concept of white supremacy, which Khan defines in the video as the inherent belief that white people are superior to all other racialized groups and should, therefore, dominate society. According to Khan, that idea is reinforced every day in America through institutional racism built into the educational system, mainstream media, and employment opportunities available to black and brown people. So when facts don't show there is this privilege, let's shift to the amorphous claim that there is the systematic issue of white supremacy across critical aspects of society. While conservatives are not welcome at college campuses, Khan has been a featured speaker at several colleges. Khan and her wife were part of a private get-together in Los Angeles earlier this year which featured Dr. Angela Davis, best known for her 1960s radicalism associated with the Black Panther Party. As the Daily Wire exclusively reported in May, Davis discussed the importance of changing vocabularies in pursuit of abolishing systems of oppression, such as policing, prisons, and capitalism. Coincidentally, Khan's call to start saying white supremacy targets those same systems named by Davis deemed by most Black Lives Matter leaders to be part of America's inherently racist institutions that must be discredited, undermined, and dismantled. And yet, the very facts disprove Black Lives Matter once again. Let's look at the claim that there is white supremacy institutionalized in the educational system, mainstream media, and employment opportunities. As we can see from the constant examples, even that of Khan herself, and the difference in how she is welcome on a campus but conservatives are not, the educational system not only isn't institutionalizing white supremacy, it's almost fanatically institutionalizing the anti-white supremacy crowd with all kinds of violations of rights of others as a consequence. Media has vast influence. And as one can see once again, white supremacy is chastised across all normal media sites. Not one normal media organ came to the defense of the white nationalists in Charlottesville, for example. On the other hand, many media outlets ignored the violence of the anti-white supremacy leftists in Charlottesville, actually called President Donald Trump a liar and attacked him for days for bringing it up. It's difficult to assess employment since that runs across so many different parameters, so one can't say there isn't ever any discrimination. What one can say is that there is no formal institutionalized discrimination, that it is against the law. So it's difficult to make an argument that it's systemic when in fact the system forbids it. So why is Khan pitching this when the facts don't support it? Because the radical left needs to continue to push the chaos to find the right recipe for revolution. White supremacy is just the latest vehicle to push it.